Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft episode this morning. At least that's what it is right now. It's such a gorgeous morning in northern Vermont. My name is Kimberly Quinn. It might be a short one today because it's just in my head and it's so important. Yeah, because and I'm talking about less said, sooner mended. My grandmother used to say that a lot. You know, like whenever there was like a little issue, it might have been elementary school, middle school, high school, whatever, and now I hang on to that in, grown-up world. And often we get so stuck in our heads, and a lot of times it's with really petty stuff. It also might be not so petty stuff, in which case there may need to be, a discussion if there's some, blatant maltreatment that it's like a bigger deal. But, most of it is not a big deal. There's just so much pettiness out there. And some people are more predisposed to pettiness than others. Like, I don't do petty, I don't do drama, I don't do any of that. I just don't. So when it comes in my way, I don't like it, and it's kind of like a force field. It kind of like repel. I definitely don't do drama. I just kind of just become quietly effective and get out of dodge from it as the best as possible. But so the less said, sooner mended thing, here's the deal. It can feel counterintuitive because when somebody says something, and we're not saying it might be legitimate. They gave you some snark, maybe some snark behind your back, even not right in front of you, which can feel worse because at least have the courage to say it in front of me, kind of thing. But when we dig in like that, it just escalates things. I'm talking about like really petty conversations, and we often feel like we need to have the last word. So we talked about, a little sneeze or something. There he goes. We've talked about, that shenpa. That's a Sanskrit word for that urge to just roar. Somebody says something and we just feel that urge of, we got to give it back to them. We got to be right. And again, we're not saying it's not legit. They might have said something just totally uncalled for. However, from a psychological standpoint, okay, the fastest way to extinguish any behavior is to ignore it. So whether that's a parent, or definitely a parent with a child having a tantrum, as hard as that is, with, all the judgmental looks you're getting in the grocery store with a full cart, and, the child's like, M&M's, kind of thing. The fastest way to get rid of anything you don't want, behaviorally speaking, is to ignore it. And so this is also true with other grown-ups who may be good people and may be your friends. We talked about that. I had a thing happen, a long time ago at my workplace, which I absolutely love it there. But, people are human and that happens, right? So we're not even saying that they're an evil demon. They might be a good person who had a bad day. Still, the fastest way is less said, sooner mended. Think about it. If you want a campfire to go out, you don't throw lighter fluid on it, right? So I also like to even amp this up because it might be something somebody said, but it also might be something, if it's even, either petty or bigger going on, less thought about, sooner gone. This is a big one because we've got to actually saying stuff and it's better, faster. Most of the time, unless it's something authentically taking a piece out of you, then you've got to have a talk. But I mean, the rest of it really doesn't need to be, can just be let go of most things, right? So the less thought about, sooner gone, is really important too, because we've talked about each and every thought we have expands, right? The universe responds to each and every thought we have. So if we're allowing, some conversation to roll through our head, and she said, and he said, and also, if changes are coming and you got a little fear around whatever change is coming, they might even be small ones. You might be moving classrooms. You might be, doing whatever you're doing, in your, within the context of your work, family life, or whatever. When we continue to think about something and allow those thoughts to happen, it's torturous. And so it's Ellie, you don't understand. I can, but yes, I do. And what we can do is put the hand up. When I used to therapize with kids, okay, I used to have them actually put their hand up and say stop. When it's, these intrusive thoughts about whatever is going on, just stop. And is it that simple? Yes. That easy? No, but what it really can be, because we are creatures of habit. And when we shift into a new habit, like anything else, it gets easier the more we do it, right? It gets easier. So we can do, actually, what I used to do was, it was stop, think, assess, react. Okay, so stop, just stop. Think, okay, what is it that's really going on? Like reality versus my own input. Is this really an urgency? Probably not, okay, with most things. Life is not an emergency usually. It's also not usually even an urgency, yet we can make it that. Okay, so stop, think, what is really going on? Okay, and that rolls into the assess part. What do I really need to do about it? Get a plan, and then respond, not react, respond. So most of the time, with most of life's petty stuff, the response will be nothing. Stop thinking about it and stop talking about it, and it will go away. It will go away. Again, we're not talking about the bigger stuff that needs an authentic, heart to heart maybe. We're talking about the rest of what mostly goes on, the noise. A friend at work used to say, just let go of the noise. Separate the noise and let it go. And I picture letting the noise go into the atmosphere. Okay, so if we want more inner peace in our lives, talking about the petty everyday stuff, less said, sooner mended. Less said, sooner mended, and then less thought about, sooner gone. Awesome. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, buggy northern Vermont. Though I did put mosquito stuff on today. It's a little better, though honestly I don't like that either because it smells and it's like sticky and I don't like it. But anyway, have a mindful day.